All right, guys, this is part 5 of how I got tricked in the name of faith. I think I like that. Tricked in the name of faith. Because, baby, that's exactly what it was. And so I just read to you all the winner's contract. Like I said, I sent it over to my parents. I wanted them to look it over before I signed anything and sent it back to the people. Again, they both said it looked legit and it didn't, specify anything more than what we had already known. So I sent it back, and this is actually when I started to communicate with the people. Now, when I say the people, let me just specify a particular person. So, the guy's name that always responded to that 740 number is Ryan. Okay? Ryan was also the guy that my dad communicated with about that 2017 car that he was supposed to go look at. So, I'm thanking the people. I'm just like, I'm sending messages like, you really just don't know what this means for my family, and for me. And, I'm just like praising God with them and everything. Like, I'm really thinking these people are legit. Wrong. So they got me going, So I sent the contract back. I even asked them, like, do I get to know the color of the vehicle? Because again, they had like a couple of ads floating around for this contest. And one of the ads did have a picture of 3 different Toyota Siennas on it. And so, again, I didn't know if those were the particular vehicles they were giving away, or if they were just kind of like just a stock to just represent the type of vehicles they were giving away. So, I asked, do I get to know the color? Because, and then again, they had ads where it was not any pictures up, So, they were just like, no, it's a surprise. Ha, ha, ha. Like, we were joking, y'all. We were having laughs. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I'm just going off the pictures now. I said, well, I really like that white one. I said, and then they text back. They was just like, well, the white one has already been given away. Keep attacking that too. Keep attacking that. The white one has already been given away. And I said, okay. I said, well, my next favorite is the red. And he said, okay, I'm going to see what I could do to make sure you get that red one. I was like, okay. And I'm like, oh, these people are really nice. You know what I'm saying? And, y'all, we were just going back and forth. Now, mind you, this was the same guy my dad had been talking to. But again, at this point, I did not know it. Because my dad, they're not the best communicators. But my dad had been talking to this guy about the 2017. And again, like I said, I did not know. I just knew I'd asked my dad to check it out when he went to Atlanta on that Tuesday. So it's still that Monday. And let me see what happened. Because I kind of made me some notes, y'all. Because I didn't want to forget anything. So they tell me it's time to send the money. Right? They get the contract. I send it back. And so now they're just like, pretty much, it's time to send the money. And so, and this is the money for the shipping, okay? So the guy asked me, do I have Apple Pay, Zelle, or um Apple Pay, Zelle, or Cash App is what he asked me. And I'm just like, that's kind of weird, right? And so, but I know in this day and age, again, everything is kind of just different. It's electronic. And again, I haven't bought a car. So, and this is different. So I'm just like, okay, well, I am in Memphis and they're in Atlanta. What's the quickest way to get something like that is to. So I said, well, I don't have, Apple Pay or Zelle, but I do have, I don't have Cash App or Zelle, but I have Apple Pay. So he's just like, okay. And he sends me a new number because the original number we're talking on is not an Apple number. So he sends me a new number. He says, this is the Redstone cashier. Save it lock it in your phone, So I was like, okay. Because I'm thinking, I'm going to have some contact with this person, more than one time. So I lock it in my phone. And he tells me to go ahead and send over like my information, like my name, where I am, and then include the words. He's telling me now what to say. He said include the word paying shipping fees and then to send the money. So I did all that. I say the number, I text the number, my name, and then I text paying shipping fees, and then I sent over the money. And then I didn't hear anything. So after a couple of hours, I asked, I was like, hey, did you get my money? Now I'm finna show y'all this. Let me see. There was Redstone. I had to say Redstone cashier. So I don't know if y'all can see. See this. So I sent over my name, paying shipping fees, and I paid that money. So I'm just like, hey, did you get it? Because I never heard anything. You see, there was not a text back from that number saying receive or anything. So I text the original number back. I'm like, hey, did y'all get my payment? And so he says, let me see. Send me a screenshot. And so this is the first time I really started to feel uneasy. Like those other things that kind of piqued my mind didn't really, like I said, didn't really make me feel one way or the other. But now this did, because I'm just like, if you got my money, why do I have to send you a screenshot? And so then he came back and he said, well, I'm waiting on the cashier to confirm that they got it. It was like he was reading my mind or something. Y'all, I'm no kidding, because it was just like, as soon as I was thinking these thoughts, like, why am I having to send you a screenshot if I'm sending you my money? You have it, right? And so soon as I was thinking that, he was just like, I'm just waiting for the cashier to confirm that they got it. So you just send a screenshot. And so I did. I go ahead and send a screenshot. Then they proceed to ask me, and again, this is the Ryan guy. He proceeds to ask me to send. He was like, you need to send me your name, your email address, your phone number, and the shipping address. So I'm like, okay. okay, getting excited. So I sent him all the information, right? Then he asked for a copy of a picture ID. Well, he says a picture ID or my driver's license. Now, this is the second time I start to feel uneasy. The first one was when he asked me to send a screenshot of my payment. And now, this time, I start to feel uneasy again because I'm just like, why do you need a picture of my picture ID? Because at this point, you're not asking for like a driver's license to verify that I legally can own a vehicle and operate a vehicle, I guess is what I should say. They just said either or. And so, even though I was feeling hesitant, I did send it over. Y'all, I know y'all gonna come down on me in this comments, but I did. I sent it over. I ended up blacking out my picture. So what I did was I took like one of my other cards, like my one of my other cards, and covered up my picture, and then I had my thumb covering up like my ID number. So all you basically could see on my driver's license was my name and my address, which was all the information I had already just given them, right? So that was pretty much all they could see. So I said, well, if they gonna complain about that, I'm gonna really know something, So, cause why you need all that information anyway? So, but they didn't say anything. So I was like, okay. And then they confirmed that. Let me see. Let me go on. Let me stop this one. I'm gonna start another one. Okay.